Rādhā! Gonna do a couple blog entries today, but first, I wanted to post some pictures of Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is over 14,000 feet tall. It's incredible. And it's in Northern California. There's a little town at the bottom, and it's full of people. It's just a wide range of diverse people, which is great, like psychics and mediums and healers and energy people and kirtan people and crystals, and yeah, it's just a really unique place. You don't really see that much of those things together in one spot very often, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so here we go. Blog entry 151 from 11/9 of 2024. Krishna's magic happened yesterday, and I wanted to journal about it before I forgot any details. My two new friends here in Seattle, along with another friend I met at lunch, all connected for the first time. The most amazing part was how different each person was, yet everyone shared a deep love for God. The collective devotion in the group was powerful, and the sense of connecting the similarity of love for God was difficult to put into words. It was amazing. It was like tangent. It was just, I don't know, I could just feel it in the air so much. It was incredible. Wow. I'm starting to sense how to help people feel closer to God, guiding their devotion and emotions in their spiritual practice. Intimacy with God, where does it lead? Why do we seek it? You know, it's really interesting how we're taught in the material to be so guarded. And intimacy anywhere, anyhow, is just really challenging because, again, we're taught to be so guarded in the material. But it's so important in your devotion and in your connection with the divine and connection with God. Like when I connect with Rādhā and Krishna, you need to be as vulnerable as you can. And it's even hard in your meditation at home in this way. But it's important to chip away at the hardened shell that we can have to protect ourselves from intimacy because we get burnt with it so much in the material because it's supposed to. But it can also harden the heart, and it can take work to get the heart opened up and softer. So it is important to put the work in to be as intimate as you can and as open as you can. And again, push yourself in a way that challenges you, but doesn't hurt your love, or doesn't hurt your bhakti or grow in your love for God. Yeah. So that was a pretty short one. So this is the next one here. Blog entry 152 from 11/24 of 24. Over the past few days, I have moved into this white room space with Rādhā and Krishna, and the connection there feels deeper and broader. This morning, a person stopped by who needed help transitioning into the afterlife after a sudden accident. It really caught me off guard. I was in meditation when this happened. And I don't know, it was really interesting. Like this white room was like a house or a space Rādhā and Krishna had me hanging out in a certain plane and energy realm kind of thing. And all of a sudden, it's just a knock at the door. It's like, boom, 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 boom. And this energy was at the door, and it was just all shaken up because they had died suddenly. They thought that it was going to be like gentle, soft, and they had all these ideas about it. But in the end, it ended up being quite abrupt for them and took them off guard. So they were a bit shooken up and a bit frazzled. So yeah, it caught me off guard at the moment. But so yeah, I hung out with them, and then their family came, the people they were closest to meet with them and help them transition on into where they needed to go for their soul to be close to God in the spot that they had worked into in this lifetime. Okay, I've spent the past few weeks meditating and working on connecting with the bliss. And Swamiji told me a few days ago that once integrated with it, I would be able to turn it on and off at will. I'm thinking that after I am fully settled into this room or this new space with Rādhā and Krishna, that will be the place where I can consciously turn the bliss on and off. That's completely wrong. That room was not for that purpose. And I was just trying to get a feel for it. It is true what Swamiji said, though. I can turn it on and off, which is helpful. But it has to get more integrated. And that's what's really wild. It's not separate. Whereas before it was like a river, an uncontrollable river of bliss that was just like intoxicating and totally altering. And I don't know, it's just wild. I would just feel swept away in this river of bliss. And I know that sounds probably nice, but it was really altering. It was wild. So, but now It's way more integrated. So the bliss is like constant and comes up constant. At times I'll feel moved with emotions and things like that, but it's not like a river as it was. The emotions will grow and the feeling will grow, but not in that same intensity of like getting swept away in intoxication of bliss with Rādhā and Krishna. Okay. Well, that is pretty much all I have for these 2 blog entries. Yeah, and so currently I'm heading down Southern California, and I'm setting up programs down here. My little book is to be out real soon. Hopefully this week. I know I keep saying soon, but so do they. But they called me Sunday, and they said this week. So keep a lookout for Bhakti, The Art of Loving God, the book, and the workbook. And that'll be under Bhakti Yoga Monk, no spaces, all one word, and Paramahansa Goswami. So thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and Rādhā, 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 Rādhā.